Bombing, folks! We're live!
In a surgical and high-impact operation, Israel launched coordinated attacks against targets of the current Syrian government and rebel groups, justifying the operation as a direct response to threats against the Druze community in Syria. The Syrian government, after the fall of Bashar al-Assad, has faced major challenges in stabilizing the country. However, the persecution of religious minorities, especially the Druze, has been a growing point of tension, leading to a decisive military response from Israel.
Israel launched heavy bombings around the presidential palace and the headquarters of the Ministry of Defense in the Syrian capital, Damascus.
The Israeli attacks on the capital, Damascus, struck at the heart of the Syrian government and other strategic locations, demonstrating the country's determination to protect the Druze. In this video, you will discover who the Druze are and why Israel defends this community so strongly, even in the face of the risks this entails. Welcome to Life in the Barracks. Israel launched a precise attack against the Syrian Ministry of Defense in an action that reflects the country's determination to protect its allies and strengthen the security of its own state. The bombing hit the Syrian regime's military headquarters complex located in the capital, Damascus, as part of a series of operations to prevent the strengthening of the Syrian government's military capabilities and to eradicate extremist militancy that could pose a threat to the Israeli state and its citizens. The Druze are an ethnic and religious group originating from the Middle East, with a population mainly dispersed in Israel, Syria, Lebanon, and Jordan. They follow a monotheistic branch that has roots in Islam, but also incorporates elements of Gnostic and Neoplatonic philosophies, which makes their belief unique and distinct. In Israel, the Druze are considered a Muslim community, but with very distinct religious and social practices. The relationship between the Druze and the State of Israel is one of strategic alliance and has existed since the creation of the Israeli state in 1948. During the Arab-Israeli conflicts, the Druze stood out for their loyalty to the State of Israel, being one of the few Arab ethnic groups that voluntarily served in the Israel Defense Forces, even in the face of political and cultural pressures. This alliance has solidified over the years, and currently the Druze have a significant role in the Israeli armed forces, with a presence in various units and even in high-ranking positions as senior officers. Despite their loyalty, the Druze face discrimination in other Arab countries. In Syria, especially after Ahmed al-Sharaa came to power, the situation became even more difficult. The new Syrian president, who took office after the fall of Bashar al-Assad, promised inclusion of minorities. But in practice, extremist Sunni forces continue to attack the Druze. This scenario fuels growing distrust of the Syrian government among the Druze community. The Druze, in turn, refuse to hand over their weapons and to submit to a unified army under the command of the central government. They believe that their autonomous forces are essential for the protection of their community, especially in a region so marked by conflict and instability. The Israeli military operation against Syria is not an isolated action, but part of a continuous strategy to protect the Druze. Even with constant pressure from Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza, and the Houthis in Yemen, Israel has shown an unwavering commitment to the security of the Druze community. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has reinforced his stance on defending the Druze as a matter of sovereignty and morality. Meanwhile, Syrian President Ahmed al-Shara has tried to ease the situation, stating that he wants to protect the rights of the Druze. However, his administration has been unable to control the extremist factions that continue to threaten the Druze. The use of cutting-edge technologies by Israel, such as high-precision drones and F-16 and F-35 fighter jets, was essential for the effectiveness of operations in Syria. The use of missiles and coordinated airstrikes demonstrates the capability of the Israeli Defense Forces to carry out surgical operations in enemy territory, targeting only high-value strategic targets and minimizing harm to civilians. Israel's intelligence, with the collaboration of the Mossad and the Druze, was crucial in identifying and neutralizing threats on the ground, once again showing the importance of the alliance between Israel and the Druze. Many Druze serve in elite units, demonstrating their commitment to Israel's security. The Druze community has been essential in protecting Israel's borders, especially in the northern regions, where the proximity to Lebanon and Syria makes security even more critical. In addition, the Druze play a vital role in areas such as intelligence and special operations, where their loyalty and regional knowledge are extremely valuable. After the Israeli attacks, Syria was forced to withdraw its troops from the city of Sweda, responding to the Israeli appeal to ensure the safety of the Druze and the intervention of the United States, which proposed a ceasefire. This withdrawal of Syrian forces not only demonstrates the strength of the Israeli military presence in the region, but also serves as a clear warning to other countries about Israel's willingness to protect its allies. Israel's intervention in Syria's affairs also reflects a more assertive stance on the international stage, with the country positioning itself as a defender of religious and ethnic minorities in a geopolitical environment marked by instability. This episode highlights how the Druze have become a fundamental pillar of Israel's security. The relationship between the two is not only of strategic interest, but also of cultural and historical affinity. For Israel, defending the Druze means ensuring the stability of its borders and strengthening its presence in the Middle East. For the Druze, Israel's protection is a way to guarantee the continuity of their community, which has been targeted by various Arab regimes throughout history. The current situation in Syria, with the increase in violence against the Druze and the weakness of the central government, puts the security of the region at risk. In this scenario, Israel sends a clear message: don't mess with the Druze. Here at Life in the Barracks, you stay up to date with everything happening in the military world. Leave your like, subscribe, and watch one of the videos appearing on your screen. Onward, fighters, until next time,